Well, Elizabeth, let me tell you a little something about me.
I would like to know about you.
When I was born, the VCR had just been invented.
Boy, this was a long time ago.
Pet Rock's a hot gift.
Pet Rocks?
Now we can watch movies on our phones.
I love doing that.
Toys have more computing power than the original space shuttle.
Boy, we've come a long way. You must be really old.
Oh, you're funny.
I know. What will 2012 bring, though? Here with his technology predictions, we have TCL technology producer and wizard, Christian Unser.
Sorry, looking into the technology future.
Gosh.
Wow.
Yes,
that's very impressive.
Yes, thank you.
Regular
Thank you, everyone.
Wednesday gear.
I'm going to contain my power to get through this.
Okay, so you're starting with something that I've been really wondering about, because every time I open my Gmail, I get some sort of things that says, like, do you want to go join Google Plus? And I don't get what it is.
Right.
I don't understand it. What's the deal?
Okay, so Google Plus has been around for a little bit now, and it is a competitor to Facebook.
Okay.
So Google is attempting to get into the Facebook world. And the way that it works is very similar to Facebook. You have friends, there is a wall, you can post, you can put pictures, you can put video, it's all the same kinds of things.
Oh, that's
so
your
this
Google
is my
Plus.
Google Plus page right now. It's pretty plain. It's kind of like Google in general, does things very, very plain. But you can see I've got, you know, a wall of comments. I've got a feed of people that I'm friends with. The main difference between that and Facebook, and I'll go, this is my Facebook page.
Yeah, so
Not only does the Facebook page look a lot more interesting, I think, it's actually a little bit more useful. And here's why. The main difference between the two is the way that you post your content and the way that it gets shared. So if I post something to Google+, it asks me, who do I want to send that contact out to? And so I have established what are called circles of friends or acquaintances or coworkers or whatever I want, and then you can choose who sees that post. So if I, for example, am doing something that I only want my family to see.
Yeah, not us.
Right, people that are in my circle,
That's mean.
My family circle, I would direct the post that way.
Okay.
The reason I don't think that this is as attractive as they do is because I think most people that use Facebook, if you put something on Facebook, you want everyone to see it all the time.
I don't want to sit there and make 18 decisions.
Exactly. If you post something and you're friends with those people on Facebook, at least the way I use it, most people I know use it, those are the people that I want to see this content.
Yeah.
I don't want to divide it all up between, I want to show pictures of my kids both to my family and my friends. So if I'm selecting that every time, then why bother, you know, kind of mixing and matching everybody?
I like the idea of narrowing it down, though, because I'm really kind of tired of seeing you and your pictures of wizard outfits.
Right, there is that. The other issue that you had brought up when we were talking beforehand is having people maintain both Facebook and Google.
Like, I'm just not interested. I'm already dealing with Twitter,
Right.
which Emily Engberg will tell you I'm not very good at.
Right.
And so
Yeah, and that's the main thing. Getting people to switch is also going to be a really tough hurdle. So I don't think it's going to be a contender for a little while, but it's not going to topple it.
Okay.
All right.
What about 3D movies, 3D TVs, which they've been pushing to buy a 3D TV.
Right.
Which I don't know if it's really caught on.
I'm going to make this really quick. Bottom line, 3D is not going away because of how much investment the studios have made into getting all that equipment into the theaters, but it's going to be a tough sell at home because you have to have a 3D TV, you have to have the glasses, you have to have the Blu-ray player, the DVD player that does the 3D Blu-ray, and it's just a lot of investment. You need a pair of glasses for every single person that's sitting there to watch your...
I want to sit there and wear glasses while I'm watching TV.
So it's going to stick around. It's going to stick around.
Imagine this. This show's in 3D.
Oh, yeah.
Now all of a sudden we're here.
Right. You don't need to be that close to John Hanson. I can vouch for that, actually. Yeah, the movies are going to stick around for a while. That's a big investment. You don't need to get a 3D TV anytime soon.
Okay. Now, there is a fascinating new phenomenon in the video game world called Skylanders.
Yes.
It's the biggest thing since the Charleston.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big. I got my son this for Christmas, and I'm actually going to let him explain how it works.
Gabe, take it away.
So the main idea of Skylanders is to rebuild the core of light. This is a portal of power. Okay, so I'm going to put a Skylander on the portal of power. When I put it on, it's going to appear on the game. You get to put those action figures that you get on that device and they go into your game and you can play with them. The cool thing about the way that it works is not only do you get to play with those toys in the game, anything that happens to that toy, if they get a new item or they get powered up, that gets saved back to the Skylander himself.
Wow.
They're very hard to find. I've been looking in stores for more of them.
Like a little flash drive in itself?
Yeah, it's actually a little RFID chip, a little radio chip inside it that you can write data to it. And so if he took that over to his friend's house and plugged it in, all of his items and stuff would be there. So that's a really cool toy. They're really hard to find, but what I think's so cool about it is the technology. And John, here, I'm going to let you understand why this might work for you. Okay. So this is John's signed baseball from Gary Ward, which is your favorite baseball player. Is that correct? Of all time,
absolutely.
Okay. So Gary Ward's baseball, what you could do with something like this, if they, let's say they put out a limited edition Gary Ward baseball, you could take this baseball and put it near your computer, for example, and all of a sudden you see all these Gary Ward stats or Gary Ward videos or Gary Ward paraphernalia would show up on your computer just because that technology was inside the ball. Or if you played video games and you had like an MLB game, you could take this ball and put it by the game, and suddenly you can play as Gary Ward in the game.
So the idea is the technology of attaching information to any inanimate
object. Yes, and that I think is going to be a big thing in the future.
So okay,
and look at the guy's got the hat.
That's right. I have the hat.
So do you buy for Skylanders? Do you buy just a game and it goes into like your Xbox or your whatever?
It's available for all the systems. You buy the main pack. It comes with 3 characters, and then if you can find the additional characters, which are very hard to find and very expensive if you go on eBay, you can add to them and play through the game. You can play through the whole game with the 3 that they give you to start with, but there's a lot of incentive to get more of them.
So, and the other ones are like $8 at Target.
Yeah, it's about $8 a piece. They're just very hard to find because it's a popular toy. But this technology is going to be the future.
Hold up your left hand. I'd like to show that, yes, somebody did marry this.
Totally married, happily, 2 kids.
There's hope
doing
for all of
just
us.
Great.
Yes. Christian, wonderful job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to check in next year with Christian to see if he was right.
Yes. And will you wear the costume again?
Yes, I will.
Okay, great.